Welcome back, Britney fans. This is going to be a special one. It might not be the one you're after right away, but it is a very cool one either way. This is called Lace and Leather from the Circus album. Now, Britney's so obviously massive that she's got her own wiki. It's called BritneySpearsFandom.com. And, wow, I'm still not better. Let's read a little bit from there, okay? Lace and Leather is an electro-funk track. This song also features a then unknown Kesha as a background vocalist. The track was compared to the likes of Janet Jackson and Prince, which, you know, I'm totally down with. The song was released on the 28th of November 2008, goes for 2 minutes 48. It's from the Circus album on Jive Records. Received favourable reviews from critics, with them praising its production and complimented Britney's sweet vocals. It was critically acclaimed by fans. You can go and read as much as you would like to about this. I'm just going to go and look at the song because that's what I want to hear. I want to hear some of this cool bass, I want to hear some of these cool drums, and I want to enjoy them. So let's just check out a bit of a title, and I'll see you there in 10 seconds. Okay, it's been 10 seconds. Let's get to it. So this is the mixed window. These are a remix stem pack. So this is 11 channels here. There are, 3 sets of drums. One of those drums only comes in the very, very last section. There's a bass stem, there's a guitar stem, there is 2 key stems, effects, background vocals, ad-libs, and lead vocals. So we might as well start off, as we always do, and listen to some of the drums. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Prince. That's as Prince as it comes. I mean, how cool is it that it made the file purple too? That's great. Yeah, that little reversey sort of thing on it, on that fourth. That is very dance music, sex, romance. Everybody, get on the floor. What the hell did you come here for? That's so Prince. And if you sped it up, it would be Beat It as well, almost. I will move through. Actually, yeah, let's get a look at what's going on the EQ for that drum section. That's huge amount of energy coming from that low end. And I mean, because it's not individual instruments, we're hearing a lot of them. We're obviously seeing a lot of the frequency range being represented here. I've taken like 8.5 dB out of the master because this session, for some reason, Logic sessions, files that are loaded into Logic just seem to really clip out. Here's the second drums channel. It's got some interesting stuff on it, looks like. Yeah. So not just percussion, it's got some effects and stuff in there too, looks like it. Okay, and then it looks like maybe some rhythm. Oh. That pans. That's really quite cool. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, that's very Prince. Wow, that's really cool. Now, unless my eyes deceive me, it looks like that exact pattern happens again a second time, but with a break just before the main part comes in. So let's hear it with that break. And I'll put the other drum. I'll tell you what, let's put that other drum in and... Okay. Sorry I didn't start on the one for you. Okay, cool. It's filling in some nice little gaps there, giving it some extra rhythm. A little bit of push, a little bit of something. Here it comes. That's so good. And then it's going to have that break come up in 1 sec. I'm really looking forward to it. 2, 3. Oh, that shit them. Ready for that? That is super cool. See, I want to use that. And, listen, you know what I mean? That's so cool. Not only do I want to use that, but there's a bit coming up with the bass that I really want to talk about in a moment because it's, yeah. Let's check out drum 3, and I will awkwardly get around that bass thing in a moment. Oh, dude. That sounds super cool. Let's add those other 2 percussion elements. Oh, some cool cymbal swells. Alright, I can appreciate that. And that's the end of that section. Really cool. Very, very cool. Now this bass, right? The reason I make comment on this bass is because every time I've ever sat to write a song or sat to come up with something groovy, this is always how every song I ever try to write sounds when I start it. It's just the groove. And with the drums, you can hear this. Gives all that impact. Except they've obviously chucked a synth note in there. And I mean, like, I wouldn't be able to make an assumption on whether, like, what wood the guitar was made of just based on what I hear. But when I listen to that, it gives me a mental image of like a P bass with a maple neck, just because of that extra. But also, it could just be they've got the tone up. Because a lot of other stuff that we've listened to so far, the bass is very bassy. And when I say the bass is very bassy, comparative to this, right? Now you can see I've already touched that. Yeah? See all this energy up in the top end here from 2 to 6K? Yeah, so that there is the slap and stuff. That's where your tone volume, your tone knob is like up to the higher timbre, right? So it's not really super bassy. It's got a lot of treble in it. That's what I was trying to say. Why can't I think properly? Why can't I speak properly? It's because I talk so much shit that I never actually say anything useful. Welcome to YouTube. Original sound. Then what I would normally go for. I feel like that sounds to me like what I would try to pull out of an amp, which is also why I haven't written any massive hits for Britney lately. Cool. And also, sweeping around while mixing is a really unhealthy way to try to pull a sound, because you're getting used to everything the second after you hear it, rather than doing something that would be more drastic, and you would hear, say, for example, that, and then stop it, and then move that, and then stop it, and then move that, and then stop it, and then move that. You know what I mean? So I'm doing it really quickly there, but take a second to listen to your mix, take a second to listen to your EQ, and then instead of sweeping around until you hear what you think you like, listen to it, A, B it, you know what I mean? A, B. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you do whatever the hell you want, because you can mix whatever you like. But I do love that bass sound. I love to hear bass. Bruno Mars has been trying to bring bass back for a long time. A little after this, but still. I mean, we're listening, but not everybody's copying that. I mean, you got your Roosevelts and your Breakbots, but different style thing. Bruno's more in that front, in that main pop window there that I really want people to listen to. I really want people to listen to him, and I want people to check out that Anderson .Paak stuff, that Silk Sonic stuff they've got going on. And really, I mean, they're borrowing from an era that people need to pay respect to, and I feel like it's a good thing that they're bringing that back. This song, however, also, listen to that bass, man. And then that, yes, it bounces. I'll take that all day long. I'll take it. Okay, let's move through, because that literally happens for the entire track for bass, right? Guitar stems. Guitar, let's hear those. It's parroting the bass, which is cool. I'll put them together really quickly. Yeah. Okay, get rid of the bass now, and we can hear some individuality. Super compressed. Now that, oh, by the way, that has a bass slide in it, but that is a mix, a stereo mix down. These are remix stems, quote unquote remix stems. So that will be just all the guitars mixed to a stereo file. Let's hear that again. And there's a bit of bass in there too, we heard. Cool, cool, cool. All right, that ends there. And then there's this little space here where it's... I think there's a solo here. I think it's a really good one too. Let's hear it. Filth. Oh! That's some shred! Who played that? Who played on that? That's sick. That's so. I remember all the metal dudes like hating on Britney Spears specifically, and back in like 2004 or whatever. And it's like, yeah, Britney Spears does pop music, doesn't have guitars. Well, does it ever? Play that. Oh, it's got some more effect on it. It's dirty. You know when this face, the ultimate appreciation you can get from any other guitar player or from any other person when playing guitar is this face. I'm going to go big screen for this. This is the face. I call it the Muppet mouth because it's like the, you know, those, yep. It's the Muppet face. When you get Muppet face from another person. Anybody a fan of Swiss beatbox? Go and have a look at the videos for that. You'll know what I'm talking about. Let's hear the rest of that solo. Go back a little. Okay, that's awesome. That's very, very cool. Keys 1, and I think that starts about there too. Oh no, a little earlier. Let's hear it. That's huge. Oh, and it's got some of that sound that was used in the guitar before. Classic bad guy synth. Awesome. Okay, cool space sounds. And then that looks like the same. Yeah, it is. So we're going to move along a little. Yes, classic space sounds. Nice. Take off that spaceship. Yes. Good classic sci-fi sounds. Yeah. You can see it panning. You can hear it panning too if you've got headphones on, which hopefully you do. But if I just pay attention really quickly to this very little section here, you can see in each side, if you're watching, you can see the volume changing, alternating between those two channels. Left, sorry, that'll be right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So that's just, you know, panning between those two sides. Really cool. Okay, I think we've got about all we can hear from that. And then there's a second set of keys called Keys 2. Who'd have thunk it? I'm all about that. Arpeggiator in the background. This... Dude, I did an EP just like this. Literally. If you ever want to make the mistake of going onto my Spotify, listen there, I actually have a track that is just that for like 10 minutes. Everybody who's ever owned a synth has to have like a 25-minute ambient album, and I'm no exception. Man, see, and that's the thing, synths are so good, you can just zone out. You can just shut up and just play and turn knobs and make cool things, and next thing you know, you're like, oh, I might as well hit record. Oh, yeah. That's that classic, like, spaceship flying off. Let's hear it again. Beautiful delay and reverb there too. Okay, more of that. We get that. Well, let's watch this part. Oh, That's gorgeous. That's beautiful. Let's see that one more time properly. Yeah, I'm digging that, man. That's super cool. That's really, really cool. All right, that's great. I'm really enjoying that. That's a good time. And then I suppose it just finishes off with the rest. Yeah, we're cool with that. Then there's some effects here, just effects them. They look like little things that tie the rest of the track together. Let's beef them up so we can see them. Classic lift off. That's like, what was that? Oh man, that's so funny. This is a classic. This one I'm about to play is a classic, like movie spaceship liftoff. Isn't that cool? That's like a benevolent spaceship liftoff, and the other one's like a little. Cool. Oh, classic. Oh, well, look, if anything said Prince in one sound, it would be this. The Lindrum snare. The Lindrum, it's not a snare, what is it? It's the rim shot, right? The Lindrum rim shot? LM1 or the Lindrum? So, I mean, like, yeah, if you wanted to, if I were to put that in with these drums, would you hear it? Let's try and hear it. That's it. That's the one thing. But that's more Prince than anything. The drum beat, of course. But okay, more spaceship liftoff. And there's one more liftoff. Okay, satisfaction. Let's put all these together and just have a quick look at it and see how much trouble we can try to get in. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's everything you need. Nothing really else happening for quite a while in the track, except for vocals, which we're not checking out yet. So, let's push it. Here we go. We'll go for a spaceship liftoff and then get into a section. Here we go. Yeah. And see, if you haven't heard this before, well, one, go and have a look at it right now. Absolutely go and check out Lace and Leather. But if you hadn't heard this song when it came out all those years ago, it could be released today as almost a slower version of that Lizzo song, right? Juice, right? It's got that vibe. It's got the synth happening in there, all that kind of stuff. This is a very happening sound right now. This is a very 80s vibe. And probably why it was met with critical acclaim at the point. But when did Circus come out? Hang on, we should get that back up on the screen there because I just really want to have a look at that. Okay, it was 2008, right? So this was simultaneously behind and ahead of its own time. But it's really cool. Yeah, that's so cool. I want to hear that guitar solo. Let's move to that. Oh! Very Prince. Let's go crazy on that. Yeah, that's super Let's Go Crazy Prince. I mean, it would have a lot more character if it were Prince. It's very shreddy. It could almost be keyboarded, but it's very, of course it is. I mean, if you could put those things together and say, hey, what does that sound like? Somebody would say Prince. Super cool. All right. We didn't hear this guitar part yet. Let's check that out. With the guitar copying, and then that's really, really cool. That's really, really cool. I enjoy that. Now's the part where I tell you to go and subscribe because there's more Britney coming. Break the ice. I know you want to hear it. I want to hear it. to, but I just spilt 450 millilitres of water over the edge of my desk, and this is actually the second time I've recorded this one. So I'm going to make sure there's no damage under that computer so I can get that off of you. I didn't break the ice, I broke the water. But we'll see if we can get that sorted out. That shouldn't be too far away. It should. Honestly, I don't think any water touched the computer. It just went underneath my screen, and luckily I just saved like 15 packets of Pokemon cards. The Fusion Strike, fantastic, goes with the theme of the show, from getting drenched. Until then, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being very lovely to me. And continue to subscribe. I know a lot of you guys are very interested in just the vocals, and that's where you'll see this screen for a fraction of a second after you skip through the rest of the video and got to this point, because this is where I go through the vocals, and that's what we're going to do right now. After you've hit subscribe, thank you. And after you've hit that notification bell, thank you very much. And after you've realised that I'm a massive idiot and YouTube is a fake world and false economy and nobody's actually like this in real life until you meet me and realise, wait, that guy is an actual idiot. Backing vocals featuring Kesha. Let's go. Closer.
Baby, take a seat, eyes on me. This is my show. Your one and only pleasure. All dipped in lace and leather.
Yeah.
Fantasy, courtesy of me. Baby, let's go. Watch me apply the pressure. All dipped in lace and leather.
Okay. There's a lot of cool things happening there. A lot of really cool things happening there. And I guess it's covered again here. But we've got some cool pitch shifting going on. We've got Kesha in the background with Britney. Is Britney in the background of this at all? Because, I mean, like we discovered before, there's some people that sound very like her that, hey, they put on her album Last Moment or verse. Perhaps some people say it's a conspiracy. Some people it's not. Let's just hear it again.
Baby, take a seat, eyes on me. This is my show. Your one and
Great
only
reverb.
pleasure. All dipped in lace and leather.
And those breaths are a very Britney thing.
Fantasy, courtesy of me. Baby, let's go.
And there's always like a monotone in the background.
Watch me apply the pressure. All dipped in lace and leather.
I'm going to go back one more time.
Baby, take a seat, eyes on me. This is my show. Your one and only pleasure. All dipped in lace and leather. Fantasy, courtesy of me. Baby, let's go. Watch me apply the pressure. All dipped in lace and leather.
Comes back in. Get ready for it. Off, back on. Yes. What I really like about that is that it maintains the same pace, the same tempo, but the pitch is lower. It doesn't go and have to build up through the speeds. It starts with the pitch low. But because the pitch is down, it does sound like a slow start, even though it's just pitch. And then last chorus.
Baby, take a seat, eyes on me. This is my show. Your one and only pleasure. All dipped in lace and leather. Fantasy, courtesy of me. Baby, let's go. Watch me apply the pressure. All dipped in lace and leather. Baby, take a seat,
Okay.
eyes on me. This is my show. Your one and only pleasure. All dipped in lace and leather. Fantasy, courtesy of me. Baby, let's go. Watch me apply the pressure. All dipped in lace and leather.
And that takes the song out. And I love how they dry it out right at the end there, just on the last leather. They just take all the effects away
All dipped in lace and leather.
and done. You know what I mean? They just tidy it up and that's the end of the song. The cover band ending. Ad-libs. Now these are... Listen up. Listen.
Can't take it no more.
So they've applied heavy auto-tune to the voice and then they've given it sort of like a radio effect on that one. We'll just check out the EQ on it too.
I got to have more tonight.
Delay as well.
This feeling so strong, I'm putting you on tonight.
And I mean, yeah, obviously really good use of the effect of the pitch correction.
Heel 6 inch makes a boy wanna bite his lip.
That's cool. Creative use of the vocoder in the background there. You take the formant of her voice and you run it through the synth. Listen up.
Look, but don't touch unless you wanna lose your innocence.
You play the chords over the back and it just fills those.
Can't take it no more. I got to have more tonight.
And I love those chops.
Strong and putting you on tonight.
Now, this is 2008, right? This isn't like the, you can buy a plug-in pack for everything. And it's got my name on it, the famous engineer, Mr. Whatever my initials are. This is somebody has probably cut these up individually because you can just do that on a computer at this point. You don't have to slice tape, but you can't just hit the auto chop button. So someone's probably laid these out on the DAW, on the software, and just, you know what I mean? They've laid it out. That's pretty impressive. That's some handwork, man. They probably handed it off to the dude on a laptop next to the main engineer and said, chop that up for me, will you? Oh, here's some panning. Cool, cool, cool. Now that fills a part in the last vocal track that I'll show you. Now that also sounds really strange on its own, but once you put it together, trust me, it looks really cool. All right, I'm going to enable that blast backing vocal stand there for a second so you can hear how those vocals interplay. Bring it in. See what I'm saying? And then this. That's what I'm talking about. That's super cool. That's really, really cool. And I can't wait to show you that at the end with everything. It's going to be really great. All right, Britney's lead vocals. Let's check those out. And, hey, you know what? Let's have a bit of fun here. I'm going to get this bit.
French finger.
Oh, wait, where's that? What's going on here? This is why. Okay.
Tip.
And then let's get a thumbnail. I got a bit of running gag about thumbnails with a young mate of mine who's helped me work on some new ones for this. And everybody's always really afraid and shocked, like, oh my God, as if Michael Jackson was really that good of a singer. Yeah, we all knew that. You don't have to act shocked so people will click your video. If it's good, people will just like it. Oh, wait a minute. That's not how YouTube works.
French fingertips, red lips, bitches dangerous.
Bitch is dangerous, apparently. I just talking about YouTube, and then she's like, bitch is dangerous. You better not mess around with YouTube. They'll get you.
Cotton candy kiss, can't wait for my sugar rush.
Gorgeous. Now, you can hear she does have a little bit of artifacting on her voice there from like a pitch correction. But again, this is in the style. This is in 2008. This is like peak auto-tune time. Like, trust me, everyone you've ever heard since then probably has some pitch correction on them. Who cares?
Cotton candy kiss, can't wait for my sugar rush.
Yeah, it's fine. It sounds great. We know Britney can sing anyway, so.
And can't take it no more. I've got to have more tonight.
How good is a little mic tap at the start where you can hear her tapping on something?
And can't take it no more. I've got to have more tonight.
Yeah. And then another take. Let's hear it.
This feeling so strong. I'm putting you on tonight. All right.
Cool.
Let's go.
And then there's a chorus and a little bit of extra from Britney here.
Heel 6-inch makes a boy wanna bite his lip.
6-inch heels make boys want to bite their lips, apparently.
Look, but don't touch unless you wanna lose your innocence.
Oh, Innocence. See, in a previous iteration of this, I thought it was Insolence or something. In-betweens or something, unless you want to lose your in-betweens. This would be a good point. Yeah, just because I've got those together. Let's hear them.
Look, but don't touch unless you wanna lose your innocence.
That's really Kylie-esque, isn't it? Came in at a really good point there where the vocoder starts to come through on that backing track. But earlier on, I heard this and listened to this part.
And can't take it no more. I've got to have more tonight.
Now let me take that back and get rid of the ad-lib stem.
And can't take it no more. I've got to have more tonight.
Now, I don't know about you, but I can't really hear heaps there, right? I'll give you one more and then I'll take away the main vocal and hear the backing.
And can't take it
Let's do it now.
no more. I got to have more tonight.
So it's just nestled in there. Maybe it was mixed better, mixed more apparent in the full version or whatever, in the proper version. But there, it doesn't sound like it's doing a lot. So I'm interested in that. Okay, and we'll just go back through here.
Look, but don't touch unless you wanna lose your innocence.
Okay, we got that innocence part. I'll take that backing vocal out now.
And can't take it no more. I've got to have more tonight.
Okay, cool.
This feeling so strong, I'm putting you on tonight.
Let's go.
Nice. I'm going to run that back with the backing vocals, the ad-libs in.
And can't take it no more. I've got to have more tonight. This feeling so
Yes.
strong, I'm putting you on tonight.
Let's go.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's super cool. Let's see if there's a bit... Is there ever a part where all three vocals come together? Oh, there's a little bit here. What did I miss? I didn't miss that. I heard that before, right? We heard that before, surely. Yeah, we did. We heard that. Yeah, because we put it together. We put it all together. What am I talking about? Okay, let's hear a few bits there where that comes in.
Night. All right.
Bring it in, Britney.
Let's go. Baby, take a seat, eyes on me. This is my show.
Yeah.
Your one and only pleasure. All dipped in lace and leather. Fantasy, courtesy of me. Baby, let's go. Watch me apply the pressure. All dipped in lace and leather.
All right, this is everything now. We're going to run the gauntlet, all right? We're going to run it. Let's run this thing. Check it out. Britney, forgive me.
Heel 6-inch makes a boy wanna
How good is this?
bite his lip.
Yeah. I'll bite mine off.
Look, but don't touch unless you wanna lose your innocence.
And it's still so tight. Like, there's so much reverb. There's so many weird effects and stuff, but it's still so tight. I'm not going to keep playing this. You can go and hear this. You can go and listen to it on Spotify, on Britney's YouTube. You can go and listen to this and do. And like, what? Actually, do it now. Push pause on this. Go and do that. That's way better than whatever you're watching now. Put on Britney. I'll move along a little bit and we can hear some parts. Chorus, which you can go and hear in a moment. Let's play this solo part. Yes. Cool. That is the sickness. That is so cool. I really, really enjoy that. What else is there really to see? What else is there to say? There's so much cool stuff in there that I know that you're going to get from Britney's track when you go and listen to it in a moment. I'm not sure if what I've got going on up in the top section here, I don't know if you can see that, the Britney, the single thing, it didn't really have like a single sleeve or anything. That's what I could find. That was on the Spotify and on her official channel for this track. So I just put it up. Try to get some right. We can't win them all, but at the end of the day, you do what you can, okay, huh? Thanks for sitting through this. I really appreciate it. I literally recorded this whole thing twice because the first time I forgot to record the first half and then I spilled the water everywhere. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. More Britney to come, and I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your trivia on this track. Give me something more than there's available on the Wikipedia, which that I only read a small amount of. But I like talking to you guys. You guys are really so supportive and so lovely. I've had maybe 2 negative comments out of the last 70 videos, and this is the 70th. And that's really great that out of all of those people that have been watching this, the 5,000 hours that you guys have looked at, there's only been 2 assholes. So I really appreciate that. Thanks so much. fills my heart with gladness, takes away all my sadness. And there's plenty of that in the world, so, it's really good to you guys are going to get around me on this one. I appreciate it. Okay, check out the channel, check out Britney's stuff. Please subscribe and all that kind of thing. It'd be really good to be able to do some more of these ones. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. If you've got to enjoy a glass of water, put it in your mouth, not on your computer. Then have a chat to your mates, and don't forget to GFY, because I certainly am. Thanks, guys. Have a great one. Bye.